Good morning, everybody, or afternoon, or wherever you may be at tuning into the show today. It's great to be here. It's definitely great to be here. Uh, for all my subscribers out there, hey, man, I hope you're doing okay. For all of the people, all the people in the 409, man, you already know it's getting cold. As I left church, man, I'm telling you, the temperature is already dropping. So I've got the heat blasted pumping, man. So uh, you better get yourself prepared for what's going to be coming in. You know, when it gets above, then around like 30 degrees here in the 409, we panic. But when they're talking about sub 20s, you already know what's happening. So get yourself together. I know I am. So we want to take a look back at what happened yesterday in the National Football League. And we're going to touch a little bit on that. And then we're going to do a little bit of talking about the championship game that's going to be coming up Monday night. So once again, hey, hit the like and subscribe button. And for all my subscribers who tune in, man, I greatly appreciate it. We're going to keep this thing going at D9jsports. And I just been notified that I'm going to be participating in a golf tournament. One of my church members just told me, hey, we got you on the list. We want our representatives for the golf. So now I've got a lot of work to do because it's been like a minute since I've played. And I definitely want to make sure that you know how I roll. I'm always trying to. You play to win the game. You play to win the game. You play to win the game. So I'm gonna be doing that. So I've got a lot of things going on. But that's exciting. That is exciting. Another way to be able to compete. So let's jump right into it. We're gonna start off with the Houston Texans falling to the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, the number one, the narrative that's coming out of it is everybody's talking about, the Kansas City Chiefs cheated and got help from the refs. Well, let's be honest. The refs screw up calls in a lot of games. There are a lot of calls that go on in games that you don't seem to, that I know I don't seem to understand. Now, the very first personal foul against Patrick Mahomes, was that, I would tell you being open. No, that probably wasn't. The second one was a little bit more questionable, and the guys actually ran into each other. But once again, the National Football League has to do something about the rule. And hey, you can't get mad at Pat if they're throwing the flag, because once again, ladies and gentlemen, the person who gets the more penalties called against him is Josh Allen. It's not Patrick Mahomes. It's Josh Allen. That's who gets the most. And I want you to make sure you understand out there. I don't hate Josh Allen. I actually like Josh Allen. I think he's playing. We got an incredible game coming up. But anyway, back to that. The Houston Texans, they just didn't have enough, ladies and gentlemen. You're talking about a team, the defending champs, the defending National Football League champs, back to back. And to be honest, I never thought I'd say this. Me and my brother was just talking. After the way they played yesterday, of being a week off, man, nobody's they're going to three-peat. I picked the Detroit Lions, and we will get into that, but they're going to three-peat. The Houston Texans, the problem that the Houston Texans ran into, the Houston Texans had too many of their weapons that their receivers, Tank Dell, Stephon Diggs, and them were out. And that they went into the game with pretty much the same exact roster that they had last season, and that's not going to work. And then let's give credit what credit due. Travis Kelce's a bad boy. When you're anywhere in the presence or if your name is mentioned anywhere with Jerry Rice's name, then you're doing something. He's second on the list in playoff reception, second on the list in playoff. The dude be balling. I can't figure out why teams just leave him open. I don't get that. But Travis was balling. The Swifties were up there in the stands, going in the box, going crazy. Taylor Swift had Caitlin Clark up there. They were going crazy. So hey, it TIS what it TIS. Man, they getting it done. And of course, you know who. Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is the modern day Joe Montana and Tom Brady. I'm telling you, that's a bad you know what. Mama, there go that man again. That's a bad boy. That's a quarterback. That is a quarterback. Okay, we've got a lot of guys that's done played the position. But that's when you talking about greatness and the way it is, you already know. To me, it takes me back to the Joe Montana, to the Tom Brady, to the Michael Jordan. It isn't about whether they're going to get it done, it's about sitting there watching and seeing what fashion they're going to get it. Because you know they're going to get it done. When he drops back to throw it or pass it, I'm not thinking, oh, is it going to be picked off? When he steps up to run, you know he's running for a first down. The dude is dangerous. The dude is bad, man. He's bad. I'm telling you, right now, if they get the three-peat, I'm going to go, me and my brothers, talked about, I'm going to go ahead and put him above Montana because of the way he doing it. And just think about it, he's done it every kind of way that you want to do it. He's done it with weapons, with cheating them. He's done it throwing to the tight end. He's done it when he has to run it. Man, I'm telling you, now he ain't got nothing. The dude bad. And Andy Reid, man, I'm gonna say this. And if they win the Super Bowl, I want you to start thinking to yourself, is Andy Reid really the best coach ever in the National Football League? I'm probably going to do a separate story on it. Is Andy Reid the best coach in the National Football League history? And the reason why I'm saying that, I know that we all say Bill Belichick is the greatest coach in NFL history. Bill Belichick got 6 rings with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. Man, Andy Reid, if they win this one, he have 4 with the Kansas City Chiefs. But he coached the Philadelphia Eagles to 3 or 4 AFC championships in a row and led them to the Super Bowl. Man, hey, dude, hey. And the reason I'm saying it is because Andy Reid done it with a whole bunch of quarterbacks. Not just one. Andy Reid done it with a whole bunch of quarterbacks. Something you want to think about. Let's keep this thing moving. The Detroit Lions and the Washington Commanders. The Washington Commanders, kudos goes out to the Washington Commanders, the organization, their team, all the turmoil that they went through with former owner Daniel Snyder, and to see how things have transpired and how quick they got the thing turned around. But the one thing that continues to be the truth in football, doesn't matter whether it's in the National Football League, doesn't matter whether it's college football, high school football, Pee-wee football, the USFL, XFL, arena football, lingerie football, Canadian League football, World League football, the league in Mexico. It don't matter. If you got a quarterback, you got a chance. And if you got an elite quarterback, you're going to be there to get it done. So kudos goes out to them for making that decision. And you know what's funny about it? You ain't hearing black quarterback. Let's just keep it real. Jaden Daniels, Jalen Hurts, and the man, Patrick Mahomes, them black dudes, they getting it done. And you know about the MVP, Lamar Jackson. See, we're getting away from that, right? We're getting away from it. As much as it hates them, we're getting away from it. But anyway, back to it. The Detroit Lions, man, for the first time, I really kind of felt sorry for the Detroit Lions. And the reason why, man, I know that hurt them. I know it hurt their fans. This is one of those games where I can tell you it probably hurt the players worse than it hurt the fans. You know, when you see these players with millions of dollars, and a lot of times it doesn't matter to them whether they win or lose in the grand scheme of things. But you know that that hurt them because you could tell, man, they wanted it. Their coach, man, I know it hurt, man. Kind of reminded me of when the Denver Broncos lost. I think it was like the Jacksonville Jaguars, in Denver was like 13-1 or 13-2, something like that. They were the same thing, man. They coming off of that bye week, and Jacksonville Jaguars and that left-hand gunslinger Jimmy Smith. And Keenan McCardell and them, and Freddie T and them. Was it Freddie T? Was Freddie T on the team? I think Freddie T was on the team, and they gave it to him. I think Shannon Sharp was on that team. I know there was the Broncos. It reminds me of that type of thing right there. So, hey, man, only thing I can say is there's nothing that you can do about it. But what really you can't turn the football over, we know. But going into it, you knew that the Detroit Lions had zero room for error, man, because all their players were hurt. I can't believe that they made it this far as they did with all those players hurt, 20, 30 people on IR. Man, it's not going to. So they had an incredible season, so it's going to hurt. They're probably going to lose their coordinators, but, hey, you got to hang in there. You got to hang in there. So, hey, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to run out of time. I'm trying to get everything ready because see what Jalen Hurts and them was gonna do. Big time, exciting game tonight between Lamar Jackson and the Buffalo Bills and the Ravens. So interesting. So once again, incredible day yesterday. We're looking forward to it in the national championship game. I tell you what, we're gonna come back later on tonight and we're gonna drop that about the national championship game and what we think about that. So to all of the winners out there, congratulations. To the losers, it's just somebody else. It's somebody. It ain't gonna be, but remember, for the losers out there, the teams that don't win the Super Bowl, there's only gonna be but one team that win their last game. They're just gonna go another week longer than you. Alan with D9J Sports. We're definitely out.